Hey guys, it is Dani'i and I am here with the latest on Major Hurricane Ida. So Ida is currently a Category 4 monster that is very close to Cat 5 intensity that is about to make landfall in Louisiana in just a few hours. We're going to cover the latest on that as well as our tropical depressions 10 and 11, which are expected to eventually become named storms, and then we have two disturbances out there. And so before I go into details with these systems, so first up, let's talk about our depressions. And so we have tropical depression 10, which is expected to eventually become a tropical storm maybe by early tomorrow morning, probably late tonight. And this, if it develops before the other depression, will occur. The name Julian, which is the next name to be used for this hurricane season. And so looking at it on satellite, it is not looking so good right now. We do have most of that shower and thunderstorm activity going off east of the center of the system, but as time goes by, will be accelerating into more favorable conditions to enable some more intensification of the system. Fortunately, it won't be a threat to land. And so now let's move on to tropical depression 11. So here we have it, and this is expected to become a subtropical cyclone by later today, maybe going into tomorrow, and become post-tropical by tomorrow afternoon. So this system here is not going to be very strong, nor is it going to be much of a threat to land. Maybe the Azores experience some inclement weather as a result of this system here, but it is not expected to bring anything catastrophic. And looking at satellite, it is looking a lot better than depression 10, so it's likely that this one might be the first to achieve a name. So once those winds are over 40 miles per hour, then our systems will achieve whatever names they get. And so next we have this new disturbance that is off the east coast of the US. So as this accelerates to the southeast and is eventually going to be making that curve, it is going to be having somewhat of a chance to develop into a tropical cyclone. As of right now, there is a 20% chance of tropical cyclone development of this system here. So it is possible that we could have something briefly developing, but nothing significant is anticipated. And so finally, let's take a look at this disturbance here before we go on to Ida. So here we have this disturbance soon to be designated as an invest. When it does, it will be invest 99L. And so it is currently given a high 80% chance to develop. So the system is going to be making its way off Africa very soon, as we're going to be moving more into this week. And so once it enters the warm ocean waters of the Atlantic, then it is going to be having that chance to develop, and we could see gradual development of a tropical cyclone as the system makes its way westward. So fortunately, based on the shaded area right here, we're seeing as though it might move out to sea, might not move into the Caribbean, but we're going to have to watch it whenever it develops. But it is not something that is expected to imminently develop. So gradual development of the system is expected once it emerges off the coast of Africa. And now to the monster. So here you are seeing Major Hurricane Ida. And so at this time, Ida has sustained winds of 150 miles per hour, just around 9 miles per hour more, and we would have this intensifying into a Category 5 hurricane. So it is extremely dangerous, and this will be the strongest hurricane to make landfall in Louisiana. So Katrina back in 2005, coincidentally, guys, today is the 16th anniversary since Katrina made landfall in New Orleans in Louisiana. And here we have a major hurricane stronger than Katrina at the time of landfall, making landfall in the same area today. So this is a crazy coincidence, especially for persons who've probably survived Katrina and know just how terrible the tropical cyclone was. And now here we have a stronger hurricane that is about to make landfall. So there is still a very slight window of opportunity to enable a bit of strengthening, but before this, most recent advisory, it was at 150 miles per hour about an hour ago, and so the pressure was at 932, but the pressure has risen by a single millibar at 933. So there is still somewhat of a window of opportunity for this to strengthen a bit more, but regardless of how much it strengthens or if it weakens little, this is a catastrophic cyclone that you're looking at, and those tropical storm force winds have already started to affect portions of southeastern Louisiana. So guys, please take all the necessary precautions and stay safe for this. So let's go on to the National Hurricane Center's cone forecast for Ida. And so, as I said, Ida has sustained winds of 150 miles per hour, and it has a minimum pressure of 933 millibars. And so a hurricane warning is in effect for most of southeastern Louisiana, of course, as that area is going to be experiencing landfall. But once Ida makes landfall, then it is going to start rapidly weakening because it'll be cut off from every single fuel that it would have gotten to strengthen. So those warm ocean waters of the Gulf won't be fueling the system once it moves overland. So as of right now, a hurricane warning, which is highlighted in red, is in effect for Intracoastal City, Louisiana, to the mouth of the Pearl River, and also for Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Mauropas, and Metropolitan New Orleans. And then we have a tropical storm warning, which is highlighted in blue, be in effect for Cameron, Louisiana, to west of Intracoastal City, Louisiana, and the mouth of the Pearl River to the Alabama-Florida border. So all those areas are likely to experience tropical storm-like conditions for the areas that are far away from where the center of the system will make landfall, but southeastern Louisiana will feel the worst of it, and those hurricane force winds are actually starting to move onshore. So the storm is going to make landfall in just a few hours as a major category 4 hurricanes. So there is going to be that very devastating storm surge 16 feet above normal sea level. That is absolutely crazy. Then there is also going to be that very heavy rainfall, especially when the system weakens, and then we are going to be having the possibility of tornadoes that are going to be possible throughout today into Monday, and then the surf. So all of the Gulf of Mexico will be affected by the surf. So it is very, very important that you guys just stay away from the beach for right now. So this is absolutely crazy, and Ida is even stronger than Laura, even though Laura had the winds being at 150 as well as maximum. The pressure of Ida is lower than that of Laura, so this storm here is just simply destructive. But afterwards, it's going to be bringing mainly that rainfall into Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, and portions of the eastern U.S. And so please take necessary precautions and stay safe if you're in any of those regions. But if you're in Louisiana right now, time has definitely run out, and this is just crazy how Ida is making landfall in the same area that Katrina devastated 16 years ago on this day, and it is much stronger than Katrina. So let's just hope for the best and keep persons that are in the path of the system in our prayers, and hope that things are not going to be turning out very, very badly. And so guys, that is it for this update video. And so if you found it to be quite informative, please give a thumbs up, and you can also share your thoughts with me in the comments or ask a question. I will try to respond as best and as soon as I can. And just remember to always be weather wise, and of course I will keep you updated as time goes by.